Hi, I want to show you my new Rift application, LiveViewRift. With this app you can watch photos, videos and live footage from a lot of different camera models with your Oculus Rift, with correct field of view, no distortion and a correct pitch alignment of the virtual horizon, so that it feels as real as possible. The goal here is to give you the maximal possible immersion with the Oculus Rift and your media. So let's start it. I have several types of media I can watch with the Oculus Rift. I can watch IP network cameras which deliver MJPEG data. I can watch any camera which is compatible with OpenCV. I can supply images and videos. I can even choose a folder and treat all images in this folder as a slideshow. I can watch footage from Blackmagic decklink devices, which offering typically HD quality, very low latency footage. I can watch, of course, for experimenting, the footage from an iSight camera if I have an Apple computer, and if I have an Apple computer, I can even do watch the content of the display. So I have a virtual computer monitor here with 0 latency and 60 frames per second. Absolutely fluid as it can be. So let's start with a test image. You can click this button to choose your source image or video, but I can also drag and drop an image onto the line, onto the path line here. So let's choose this image here. I can test my source by pressing the test button to see if the source is actually working. And you see, yes, it is working. I can see my picture. And now I press the start button to start the Rift session. Now I have a live view of this picture. And if I turn my Rift around, you can see how the view moves as expected. You see on the upper half of the screen a head-up display which shows you all the current available parameters. In green are the keyboard commands to change those parameters, and red are the current state of these parameters. So I see this picture, but obviously this is not what I want. I don't want to watch a fisheye picture, but I want to get into this picture. I want a panoramic view of this fisheye picture. So how do I do this? First, I press the G button. With the G button, you can toggle the different views. Currently, I'm in the Rift view. If I press it once, I'm in the raw view. In the raw view, I can just watch my footage without any distortion correction, or field of view correction, or things like that. I just watch my footage full screen. If I press it again, I'm in the calibration mode. Now I can calibrate my source. There are 3 different camera mappings supported: rectangular mapping, equidistant mapping and equirectangular mapping. Rectangular mapping is the standard mapping of usual cameras which don't have fisheye properties or something like that. It is the pinhole model here, where straight lines stay straight, which is also called rectangular. Now in the rectangular mode I can change the field of view with the N and M buttons. The ruler you see are degrees, so you can measure or set up the correct field of view. For instance, now I would have a 30 to 30 horizontal degree field of view, so 30 plus 30 is 60, so this would be a 60 degree horizontal field of view. But the image isn't rectangular, but it's a fisheye image. A fisheye image typically uses the equidistant mapping. There are many other mappings for fisheye pictures, but the most common mapping is the equidistant mapping. I can change the mapping by pressing the P button. So now I'm in the equidistant mode. You see on the lower left in the info screen that I'm in the equidistant mode. Cam mapping is equidistant. The equidistant mode has exactly one parameter I have to adjust. That is the horizontal equidistant radius. This radius is the radius of the circle where light rays were falling into the lens with an angle of 90 degrees. And the unit of this radius is normalized to the width of the image. Radius of 1 means that the circle goes exactly from the center of the image to the right, respectively left border. As you can see, this radius must be chosen to large because the distortion is still very visible. So I have to decrease it. I hold the N button until I get the correct value for this radius, and it's very simple to set it up because you have just to find the value where straight lines become straight again. So I think this could be a good value for this picture. And so I have, with one adjustment, I have correct the distortion, but at the same time I have also chosen the correct field of view, because the field of view and distortion are directly related with this equidistant mapping. So I have just one thing to do to get the final result, and this is to adjust the horizon. As you can see, I'm looking up, but I don't want to look up. I want to look along the ground to the horizon. And I do this by just pressing the up button until the image is straight. I can use vertical lines to get it straight. If the vertical lines in this image are parallel to each other, then I know it is correct. So something like this, maybe. And this is all I have to do. Now I have calibrated this image. Of course, this could be a camera source or whatsoever, and that is all I have to do to calibrate it. Now I press the G button again to see the Rift view again. And as you can see, if I turn the Rift around, I'm able to now have a panoramic view within this image. And I can tell you, if you try it by yourself with the Rift on your head, it's absolutely stunning. Because in very few seconds, you have converted a fisheye image to a panorama live photo with very high picture quality. It's just amazing. With the H button, I can, by the way, toggle the HUD. So if I don't want to see it, I can just disable it. And now I have a clean view in my panoramic photo. So let's choose another photo. Let's choose this one. Press the G button to examine it. As you can see, this is not a fisheye picture, but this is an equirectangular picture generated with some panorama photo creator. This was probably generated by stitching a lot of single photos together. No photographic lens would be able to generate such images. I press G again to go into the calibration mode. You see now the settings applied from the last session, because all settings are memorized for each input and for each image within a slideshow. So what I will do first is press the A button to load the default values for all parameters. And now I choose the rectangular mapping, equi-rectangular, I'm sorry. So I press the P button twice. If I press it once, I'm in the equidistant mode. Now I'm in the equi-rectangular mode. There are two parameters associated with the equi-rectangular mode. This is the horizontal and the vertical field of view. As this is a full 360-degree panorama, I don't have to adjust these values because the default values already are okay. The default value are 360 for the horizontal axis and 180 for the vertical axis. You can think of this as spherical coordinates. So this is all I have to do. Now I press the G button again. Let's press H to turn off the HUD. And as you can see, I'm watching a 360 panorama with the Rift. Can watch everywhere. Really amazing stuff. So let's do another thing. I will now watch a slideshow. I selected the slideshow mode, drag and drop my folder on this path, line edit here, and press start. And now I'm watching a slideshow. I can toggle between the photos by using the arrow keys. So next photo, next photo, next photo, previous photo, previous photo, previous photo. So but they are obviously not adjusted. I will do it now. Calibration mode, this is equirectangular, pressing P twice. Next image, this is equirectangular, pressing P twice. Next image, this is a fisheye image made with an iPhone and a fisheye adapter. So I'm pressing P once to get into equidistant mode. I will adjust the radius until straight lines become straight. I will adjust the pitch. So maybe something like this. I go to the next picture. It's equidistant, press P, adjusting to make straight lines straight, make vertical lines parallel with the pitch until I'm satisfied. Next picture, equirectangular. Next picture, equidistant. Adjust the radius and the pitch until it looks good. Next picture. You've already seen this is equidistance. Adjust this parameter. Adjust the horizon. Next picture. Next picture, this is equidistant. Again, make it vertical lines parallel, making straight lines straight. Next picture, equirectangular. And now it's starting from the beginning. This is all I have to do. So I press the G button to get the live view. Let's press the H button to get the HUD out of the way. And now I have a panoramic slideshow. I can look around all directions. Press the arrow key to get the next image. So this is the second image for my slideshow. I can look around in all directions. Next image. This was the panoramic photo, the fisheye photo done with an iPhone. You can see everything is corrected. Next image. This is a 180 degree panoramic photo. This is a 360 photo. Next image. This is a photo probably done with a fisheye adapter for a smartphone. And the cool thing is, each picture is perfectly adjusted. The horizon is correct, no distortion, field of view is correct. And you see how fast you could set up this, and it's very much fun. And a really great experience, I think. Here. It's really amazing stuff. You really have to try this. So let's, okay, I'm starting over. Let's try another thing. Let's try a network camera. And for this experiment, there's an iPhone app called IP Camera. I've done a link to it in the app description. This is basically an IP network camera app, so you can watch footage done with it. I will start it here. I've already put the correct address here. You have to put the IP address /live. This is the URL of the MJPEG stream. So you now see the live picture. This is basically just an IP network camera app. You can watch this footage with every web browser available. But this app has one special property, and that is, oh, what is now going on? Okay, it's coming bad Wi-Fi here, I don't know. The special property of this app is that it submits orientation data. So, and this orientation data is perfectly synchronized to the images. So I can do the following. I can, as cam setup, not say that it's fixed. So the camera is fixed orientation-wise. And yeah, I can also choose that it's on the Rift. With a latency compensation, you would see can do amazing live augmented reality stuff. But here I can choose cam data. specifically for this app. And let's press start and see what's happening. And as you can see, if I move my iPhone, you see that the picture stays perfectly in place. I can even rotate it. Let's press the H button to get the HUD away. Absolutely stunning. You see the perspective is always correct. And now what I can do now is I can put my iPhone on the Rift, and if I move the Rift now together with my iPhone, I have true augmented reality. Of course, it's not augmented because you just see the live footage, but it's really fun playing around with this. You shouldn't get any nausea, any vertigo or something like this, because the latency is perfectly compensated, because the orientation data which the app sends is also delayed, so it compensates for each other. And you see that the content is always fixed. The boundary of the image is delayed, but the content not. And this is a very important property here. And this is really fun, you really have to try it. So, thank you.